Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Date Movie. Now, as you know, Date Movie was a 2006 romantic comedy parody film, which of course was directed by Jason and Aaron Fredberg and Salzer. And keep in mind the whole point of Date Movie is also meant to be a parody and a call out to the whole romantic comedy film genre, referencing films like My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Legally Blonde, and Bridget Jones' Diary. And my best thoughts about the whole romantic comedy film genre is that it does the same thing that I think almost all the films do. They bring some semi-successful actor or actress, make them play the sort of main character, or they get some kind of love interest to be played by a semi-actor or actress, or they end up getting a British one, or one that looks a little too eye-candy-ish, or they got the character who's meant to be the antagonistic foil, and so forth. And the whole premise of the film is meant to be about Julia Jones, who's meant to be a parody on that whole love-struck loser character, where she's kind of worried that she's not going to find that one person that she wants to be with, and we see how she ends up meeting her love interest, Grant, and of course, the whole movie does what I think a romantic comedy has to do, and it does a good job calling it out, because yeah, you got the characters love interest, former love interest, who's usually going to be played by an actor or an actress who is a little more successful or a little more just there. And the whole point of Grant's ex-girlfriend is maybe a message to that, meant to be a bit of a foil, meant to be kind of like this character who's just there to be an obstacle to get in the way for the film. And I think the whole point of obviously Julia's family members being played by different actors or actresses from different racial backgrounds could also definitely be a good message of how a lot of the time there's going to be miscasts with some cast members. They would either go with the parent character being played by someone who's looks completely different from the actress or actor. They usually go with someone who looks a little more too older or a little more from a different cultural background. But I think Date Movie is trying to do what it can for a parody. It knows it's calling out the date movie genre, and a lot of the time, a lot of these films tend to copy off each other, make characters completely unlikable, or at the same time having to go with a genre that has been done to death. And the whole point of the whole romantic comedy film genre is that it always tends to copy off each other, mostly like Ben Stiller, or mostly, yeah, the whole Bridget Jones films being done to death. Again, is Date Movie good? Yes. But is it enjoyable? Kind of. But it still deserves a thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, but kind of okay. So, comic book reviewer here, signing out.